Once upon a time, on a small red and green island, where proud little fields marched down to the laughing sea, lived a tiny and most curious creature who wanted to see and know everything. The island was called Prince Edward, and the tiny creature, well, his name was Eckhart.
See the whole world. And it's way bigger than we thought. Edgar! Let's go. To see what's out there.
The hawk only wanted to eat.
Be daring if you must, Eckhart, but be smart. So, was it worth it?
Don't encourage him, Thomas.
It's only a tale. It'll mend.
It's the inside I'm worried about. You know what'll happen if you know who goes exploring in there.
Oh, let's not be talking about the inside just yet.
What's the inside? Yeah, Grandpa. What is the inside?
You might as well tell them. They'll find out soon enough.
Well, all right then. The north wind and the great snows will soon come and drive us all inside. It is a cold, dark place, with no trees, no birds, and no food. But then, suddenly, on the coldest, darkest night of the year, Crumbfest happens. Tasty, delectable crumbs appear. Crumbs like you've never seen, and crumbs like you've never tasted. Oh, it's amazing, it is.
Grandpa, is Crumbfest just about crumbs? Is that all there is to it? And why only once a year?
For a little mouse, you do ask some big questions.
I smell trouble.
Now get under those covers, you two. That's all for tonight.
This kid asks too many questions. Questions. Just like his grandfather.
Yeah, that's right. Too many grandfathers.
Not too many grandfathers, nitwit. Too many questions.
Oh. Yeah, right. Where? Way too many.
Papa dear, you didn't tell them the whole story. They might as well know who they're going to meet in there.
Not yet. Little mice deserve to be happy.
Little mice deserve to know what's going on around them, especially Eckhart. If he doesn't know, he'll try to find out. Just like someone else I know.
This had better be good.
Well, boss, someone's asking questions about Crumbfest. A little squirt with a long tail.
Did you say long tail? Long as mine? Oh, yes.
No, not nearly as long or as nicely colored or bright or pink.
That's what I meant. Not as long. Not even close.
This reminds me of that old fool Thomas always asking questions. He too was curious with a long tail before his accident.
It's his grandson?
What?
I hate that family. The weeks passed quickly, and soon the green of summer gave way to the red and gold of shortening autumn days. Change was in the air.
It's time, isn't it? Time to go inside. Crumbfest!
We need to talk right now. A long time ago, there was a little mouse whose head was filled with questions and whose feet wanted to take him around every corner and up every post.
Well, what happened?
He met someone cruel and mean.
A cat.
No, worse than that.
You mean a bully?
Yes, a bully. The one who calls himself the Lord of Crumbfest. He says he's the one who brings the crumbs.
But he doesn't, does he, Grandpa?
Well, there's an old story that Crumbfest is a time when the inside and the outside come together.
Do you understand it?
I know it. In here. But listen, that little mouse discovered that you can't go exploring inside.
But...
It's too dangerous.
But...
No exploring.
Yes, Grandpa.
Crumbfest is coming soon. Sweet dreams, my daughter dear. Nuts and raisins, cake and cheese. Crumbfest will soon be
Slow down, greedy guts. Save at least a few for our special little friends.
Hey, boss, why don't we keep them out, huh? Then we can have all the crumbs.
Good idea.
This is not about crumbs, you crumb dummies. It's about power. My power. They believe in Crumbfest, and they must go right on believing, right down to the bottom of their little mousy hearts, that I bring it. And if they don't believe that, everything is lost. You hear me? Lost, gone. A few measly crumbs once a year, and I go on ruling forever. How do I look?
Like a great lord.
And the tale is great.
Prepare my entrance.
All stand.
Hear ye, hear ye. Having entered the inside kingdom of Boss Mouse, Lord and Master of Crumbfest, you must now keep all the rules.
And that's a rule, too.
Quiet!
No questioning, no complaining, no singing or dancing or storytelling, and no going beyond these walls. Anyone who disobeys these orders, in whole or in part, will be punished most severely. And any mouse, be he large or small, who goes exploring will have his tail, be it long or short, cut off.
And now, my dear children, if I can depend on you, you can depend on me. You keep the rules, and I'll bring the crumbs.
December brought shorter days and colder nights. What little food the mice had brought with them was now almost gone. The dull gray of winter seeped inside every heart, but they all obeyed the rules and waited patiently for the special day. Then at last, Crumbfest Eve arrived.
Got to do something.
Going somewhere, shrimp?
I find the accused guilty of exploring, and now he must pay the price.
But he's just a boy looking out for his sister.
Shut your yap, you old fool! I know what he is, a troublemaker and a rule breaker, just like you.
My sister is sick. She needs food.
I hate excuses!
It's not an excuse.
It's not right.
He didn't do anything bad.
What? What am I hearing? Have you forgotten who's in charge here? You have forgotten, and to help you remember, I might just cancel Crumbfest.
How can you be the Lord of Crumbfest? You're just a bully.
Seize him! You want to be like grandfather? Hmm? Well, tomorrow you'll get your wish. Off with his tail!
Grandpa? No! Grandpa!
Oh, I wish he'd kept quiet.
I've kept quiet all my life. And what good has it done me? It's time. Time to do something. You must find out the truth.
Truth?
Truth power.
Do you suppose you could stop stuffing your face long enough to go and check on my prisoner?
Remember, Eckhart, the cat is big, and you are small. Use your smallness.
Hey!
Come on!
No! Hey!
Pretty good for an old timer, eh?
The kitchen was quiet. The house was still. Not a creature was stirring, except Eckhart. He had heard the story many times, but now he saw it for himself. There was food everywhere. It was a feast, the Crumbfest feast, right there.
Mavis.
But why? What possibly could be the cause of such abundance? But then he saw it. A door stood ajar. And beyond that, a place few mice had ever ventured.
You let him escape?
Yes, escape to expose whatever racket you've got going here.
Ah! Assemble the mice.
Wow. Yikes! Whoa!
Eckhart felt something he had never felt before. It started somewhere inside of him and spread out right to the very tips of all his whiskers and to the end of his extra long tail. It wasn't exactly astonishment, and it wasn't exactly joy. It was wonder. That's what it was. Eckhart felt wonderful.
Master Eckhart has broken the rules, and I'm sorry to say he's not ever coming back. And I just want you to know, I feel as bad about it as you. All this is very upsetting to me. I care too much not to act, and so I have decided to cancel Crumbfest. Pay attention! I'm not finished! That's it! Now you're all in big trouble! Each and every one of you! Do you know what that means? Out of my way! Clear out! What the... What? No!
I saw it! It's here! Crumbfest is here!
He's crazy! Crumbfest comes when I say so!
No! Crumbfest happens when the outside comes in, and the inside comes out.
outside in, inside out. That's gibberish.
Not gibberish. Truth.
So what? I'm still the one who brings you your crumbs.
That's the lie. You don't now, and you never did.
Give me that food! Get over here! That's an order!
Time for a change?
I always liked that kid.
You traitors! You haven't heard the last of me!
You were right, Grandpa Thomas. It's more than crumbs. Much, much more.
And so the wonder of Crumbfest was seen again between the walls. In the years that followed, the story was told and retold of how Crumbfest had been rescued by a brave little mouse who just wanted to see and know everything.
Joy, joy, deep inside joy, and happy, how happy this house. The story is true, there can be no doubt, for the outside came in and the inside came out. It's wide like a cookie and deep like a tart. It's Crumbfest in